Hey guys, hope everything's okay. Today we'll talk about the French agent complement, le complément d'agent français. So, in the first step, we'll see how to move from the active voice to the passive voice. In the second one, we'll talk about the agent complement itself. And in the last one, we'll differentiate the agent complement introduced by pas from the circumstantial complement introduced by pas. And if it's your first time on French with Junior, please subscribe and press the notification button. It will help. Here we go. Now, how to move from the active voice to the passive voice. The structure of the active voice and passive voice is the following. Subject, we need a subject, plus the active verbal group, plus the direct object. Passive voice, we also need a subject, which is the direct object in the active voice, plus the passive verbal group, plus pas or de, which is the introducer, plus the agent complement, which is the subject in the active voice, right? Now, it is easy to move from the active verbal group to the passive verbal group, right? You'll have to conjugate the auxiliary verb to be at the sentence is the active verbal group 1 plus the past participle of the active verbal group, right? And here the past participle agrees in number, in gender, and in number with the subject, right? Example. Now, before continuing, you'll need to be familiar with the following signs, right? Example 1. Junior mange la banane. Junior eats banana. Here, the verb to eat is conjugated in the present tense. And as the rule says, we'll have to conjugate the verb to be in the present tense, right? Which is est. Julio est. Because we have je suis, tu es, il est. Junior can be replaced by the third person, right? And you will notice then we'll have la banane est mangée par Junior. Banana is eaten by Junior. And here you will notice that manger has a mute E. That's just because we said up there that the past participle agrees in number and in gender with the subject. And the subject here is banana, which is a masculine or feminine noun. Reason why we add me, right? Example 2. Junior mangera la banane. Here we have to deal with the future. So, in the passive voice, we'll have to conjugate the auxiliary verb to be in the future. So, we'll then say Junior, la banane est, la banane sera mangée par Junior. Because we have je serai, tu seras, il sera. Right? La banane sera mangée par Junior. The banana will be eaten by Junior. Example 3. La banane, Junior a mangé la banane. Junior has eaten banana. Here we have to deal with the passé composé, which is the present perfect in English, right? So we'll have to conjugate in the passive voice. We'll have to conjugate the auxiliary verb to be in the passé composé, which is a été, because it is the verb to have plus the past participle and the past participle of the verb to be is été, right? Plus the past participle of our verb, the verb to eat, manger, right? So we'll have la banane a été mangée par Junior. Banana has been eaten by Junior, right? The second step, step number 2, is the agent complement. Now, the agent complement is the one we only met in the passive voice, right? It is always introduced by the preposition par, by, or de, of. And it indicates the one who performs the action of the verb, right? It could be a person or a thing. For example, Junior mange la banane. La banane est mangée par Junior. Here, par Junior is the agent complement, right? And you will notice here that the subject in the active voice becomes the agent complement in the passive voice, right? And note, par can be used with or without the determinant, whereas de is used only when the agent complement doesn't have any determinant. Sure, maybe sometimes we'll be obliged to use de, but in the majority of cases, everywhere we use par, we can everywhere we use de, we can also use par, right? For example, la salle est remplie de saleté. The room is full of dirt. Here we don't have any determinant, right? Example 2. La salle est remplie par la saleté. The room is filled with dirt. Here we have a determinant, which is a definite article. The definite article la, right? Now, the last step is the agent complement versus the circumstantial complement. Now, in addition to being the introducer of the agent complement, the preposition par can also introduce the circumstantial complement, right? For example, mon paquet est envoyé par bateau. My package is sent by boat. Here, to know if the mon par bateau is the agent complement, we'll need to bring the sentence back into the active form, into the active voice, and then check if par bateau can be the subject in the active voice, right? We'll then have le bateau envoie mon paquet. The boat sent my package. Now, the boat cannot send any package, anything, right? It means that somebody sent the package through the boat. So the boat is just a way that the sender used to make the package reach the receiver, right? So the boat is just the canal. It's like the pipe, right? Like the pipes line charge Cameroon. The sender used the pipes to make the parcel reach the destination. But here we cannot say that the pipe is the subject. No. So in conclusion, we'll say that par bateau is not the agent complement, but the circumstantial complement of means, right? So that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something more, please like, subscribe, comment, and send it to friends and relatives who are in it, right? See you next. Ciao.